Welcome to the unit Professionalism in TVET. Your facilitator is Ms. Jean Fundi. In this particular unit, I expect that you should be able to demonstrate understanding of the basic concepts in professionalism. I also expect that you should be able to describe the qualities of a TVET professional. So let's go into the concepts used in professionalism. And the first term that we are going to define is the term profession. So what is a profession? A profession is a calling or a vocation that requires specialized knowledge in a given field with intensive academic preparation. It is founded upon specialized expertise and experience, and the aim is to provide objective service to the clients for a given compensation without expectation of a business gain. So in other words, a profession is an area where the people that provide services are interested in the interests of the clients, but not on what they expect to gain from the service that they give. Now, the second term that we are going to define is the term a professional. So who is a professional? Now, a professional is a person who is a member of a given profession, and you can also say that it is any person who earns a living from performing a specified professional activity. Already we have defined what a profession is. We have said that it is a given field in which we have people offering services to clients, and the assumption is that they have the expertise and they have the experience in that particular area, and their aim is basically to give services to clients. So a professional is just that person who is a member of a given profession. So what are some of the examples of professionals? We have very many examples of professionals. We have a few of them here. We have agriculturalists. We have plumbers, that is in building and construction. In institutional management, we have professionals that we identify as fashion designers. We have TVET trainers. We have engineers. And I am sure that you can be able to give many examples of TVET professionals. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about are the attributes of a professional. Now, we have quite a number of attributes. We are going to discuss a few of these attributes. We shall start with the specialized knowledge. Now, for you to be termed as a professional in a given area, you must have undertaken training in a specific area. And like we have identified the different fields in which one can practice as a professional, you need to have gone through long training. Ideally, a professional should not study for less than 3 years. In some cases, you may even have somebody undertaking training for 5 years, for 7 years, like in the case of people who do medicine, they go up to 7 years. Now, the other attribute of a professional is that they need to have experience. So knowledge is not enough. One needs to be able to practice in that particular field and build experience so that one can be able to become competent in their area. So for you to be termed as a professional, you need to have not only knowledge, but also some level of experience. The other attribute of a professional is the element of being a person of integrity. So what does it mean to be a person of integrity? This means somebody who is morally upright, somebody who is honest, and somebody who lives in accordance to the values. Professionals do have their code of ethics, and it is expected that this person should be able to adhere to the code of ethics set in that particular profession. Now, the other aspect is that a professional should have a sense of responsibility. This means that he takes responsibility in all areas of life that are within his or her control. So he does not transfer responsibilities to other people, especially in areas that he can be able to take charge of. So he takes responsibility for things. The other aspect is that we say a professional has self-initiative and independence. That means this is somebody who is supposed to be resourceful. This is somebody who can work without being told what to do, and therefore he will take action when need be. He does not need to wait for other people to tell him what to do. And then we say that a professional should also have self-regulation. That means that he is able to control himself in as far as the pursuit of set goals is concerned. He does not need to have intervention from other people. So he is self-regulated. And so these are just a few of the attributes that we can be able to describe of a professional. We do have other attributes that we can talk about. Now we'll go into another term, and that is the term professionalism. We have been able to define the term profession, a professional, and now we have the term professionalism. So professionalism is just basically the conduct or qualities that characterize a person working in a given profession, and it will encompass the way the person behaves, his appearance, and the way he is able to adhere to the workplace ethics. So the conduct and qualities that will characterize a person that is working in a given profession, that is what we refer to as professionalism. Somebody who practices professionalism. He has a certain way of conducting himself in his appearance, and also in the way he demonstrates workplace ethics. So how can you judge a person's level of professionalism? You can be able to look at their expertise. You can also be able to gauge from their appearance and behavior, from their attitude and demeanor, and their way they communicate. So how can you be able to build your level of professionalism? Number one, build your expertise. That is as far as developing competence in your area, and that can be acquired by acquiring more training and getting more knowledge, skills, and being able to even gather more experience in your area, being able to develop your attitudes, and also in the manner in which you conduct yourself. So build yourself in terms of your expertise in your specialized area, so that you can become more competent and more capable in what you do, so that whatever service that you give a service that can be considered to be of benefit to the client. Now the other thing that you can be able to do to build your level of professionalism, it is in the manner in which you present yourself and the way you conduct yourself. So professionals, they follow dress codes that are prescribed in their workplace. They are presentable people in the manner in which they dress, in the manner in which they appear. Also, there are people who are considered to be kind, polite, considerate in the way they carry themselves. So how do you appear? That is very, very key, because you can be able to tell somebody who is a professional in the way they present themselves and in the way they relate with people. The other way is to develop the right attitude and demeanor. So what does demeanor mean? That is your attitude towards others and how you express it. And so we are saying it is important that you develop the right attitude and demeanor. So if you look at these facial expressions, which one do you think portrays a professional demeanor? Is it the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one? So if you look at this, which ones of these faces would you recommend as of someone who portrays a positive professional demeanor? I'm sure you must have identified this facial expression This gentleman has a friendly face, he has a smile on his face, and I am sure that if you are to come across such a person, you'll feel comfortable, you will be happy to relate with him and even to work with him. So you should be able to develop the right attitude in the way you relate with people, the way you interact with people. That portrays really that you are a person of good demeanor. And then you should be able to communicate intelligently. This is portrayed in your body language and in the way you talk. Now, your body language should be respectful. You should be able to be sensitive to other people's feelings. When you are relating with people, how do you give them a handshake? Do you portray to be a person who is enthusiastic? Do you give proper eye contact? Are you able to maintain consistency in what you say and do? Are you able to pay attention to situations so that you can be able to know how to respond? So how does your body language communicate whenever you interact with people? In your speech, do you give proper salutation? Are you friendly? Do you interrupt people when they are talking? How about the way you construct your sentences? Do you use proper grammar? Are you a fast speaker, or are you a person who takes time when they are speaking so that they can be heard? Are you able to listen attentively before giving response? All these issues are very important, especially when we talk about good communication. Good communication is a very key thing when it comes to professionalism. Now, what are the other qualities of a professional? We have many qualities that we can be able to define of a professional. Being reliable, somebody who is a critical thinker. When the problems come, he is able to identify solutions to problems. Somebody who can make decisions. Somebody who is able to multitask and undertake several tasks. He has a commitment to the assignment given. Somebody who is respectful. And just like we said, it has to be somebody who uses proper language. So we have many other qualities that we can give for a profession. And then what portrays an unprofessional behavior? We have many cases of people who like arguing, insulting others, intimidating, giving negative comments and criticisms, harassment, verbal threats, physical violence. Now, if you want to be termed as a person who is unprofessional, then these are the behaviors you will portray. And so we make sure that we avoid these type of behaviors so that we can be termed as professionals in our area. Now, so far we have looked at the basic terminologies used in professionalism, and we've also been able to go through qualities of a profession. So at this particular moment, I want you to reflect and think about the action plan that you're going to take in as far as what we have learned is concerned. So what have you learned, and what are you going to put into immediate action? Now, the other thing I want you to think about is, what do you want to do in future in order to improve on your level of professionalism? So ask yourself these two questions, and I am sure that when you reflect on this, you will be able to see what it is that you need to be able to do to become a professional, and some of the areas that you need to develop yourself in so that you can become a professional in your area of training. Thank you very much for listening to me. We shall meet and then talk about the importance of professionalism in TVET. Thank you.